Chapter 7. The Demon of Addiction. The descent this time was slower. Deagan floated downward through a thick fog that reeked faintly of sweet chemicals, smoke, and something sickly sweet that made his stomach turn. The air wasn't choking or burning. It was seductive, laced with a strange warmth that crept under his skin and dulled the edges of his pain. He landed softly on a surface that felt like carpet, plush and warm under his feet. For the first time since entering this nightmare, the ground didn't cut or burn him. It welcomed him. When the mist cleared, he stood in a room he knew too well. It was a party house. Loud music pulsed from nowhere, bass thudding in rhythm with his heartbeat. Neon lights bled across the walls, colors shifting hypnotically. Empty bottles littered the floor, glowing faintly like fireflies. The air was thick with smoke, sweet, intoxicating, and it pulled at his lungs with every breath. People moved through the haze, but their faces were blurred, their voices a distorted murmur. They laughed, danced, whispered his name. Deagan, over here. His chest tightened. The atmosphere was warm, familiar, almost comforting. For the first time since falling into this hell, his fear dimmed. Maybe this isn't so bad. A figure stepped through the crowd. It was Riker, whole and smiling, holding out a glass. His eyes glowed faintly under the neon. "Come on, man, one drink, one hit, just like old times." Deagan's mouth went dry. "You're not real." Riker laughed, the sound smooth and intoxicating. "What's real, Deagan? Pain, fear. You've had enough of that. Here you can have everything you ever wanted. No guilt, no nightmares, just this." The smoke thickened, curling around Deagan like a lover's embrace. The music shifted, becoming slower, dreamlike, almost euphoric. His wounds didn't hurt anymore. His body felt lighter. He took a step forward without meaning to. Riker grinned wider, offering the glass. "Take it, you've earned it." The room shimmered, and suddenly Mara appeared beside Riker, perfect and smiling. She kissed his cheek, her voice soft. "Stay, Deagan, be with me. Forget the pain." The smoke seeped deeper into his lungs, filling his chest with a warm, numbing sensation. His vision blurred at the edges, colors bleeding together in hypnotic swirls. His thoughts slowed. It would be so easy to just stay here. A new voice slid through the haze, smooth and cold. The cloaked figure stepped from the shadows at the edge of the room. It didn't belong here. Its presence cut through the warmth like a blade of ice. "Do you feel it, Deagan? The comfort, the release. This is what you crave. This is what you are." Deagan staggered back, shaking his head. "No, this isn't real." The figure chuckled softly. "Real? You think pain is more real than pleasure. You would rather suffer than embrace the only thing that ever made you feel alive." The people in the room began to chant softly, their blurred faces turning toward him. "Stay, stay, stay." The smoke thickened, the warmth almost suffocating now, wrapping around his thoughts, making him want to give in. Mara kissed him again, her lips cold despite her smile. "Please, Deagan, don't fight it, just stay with us." His head swam, his knees buckled, his hand almost reached for the glass. "No, this is a trap." The warmth curdled into something heavy, clinging. The faces in the crowd twisted, their smiles stretching into grotesque grins, their eyes hollow and glowing red. Riker's skin peeled away, revealing blackened flesh beneath. Mara's mouth split open too wide, her voice distorting into a screech. The smoke turned from sweet to acrid, choking him, burning his lungs. The music warped into static and screams. Deagan coughed, choking, his head pounding. He staggered back, trying to fight through the haze. "This isn't real. You're not her, you're not him." The demon revealed itself. The party melted away, walls dripping like tar. From the collapsing room rose a creature of smoke and flame, its body shifting constantly, forming faces that screamed before melting back into the haze. Its arms were tendrils of black vapor, its chest glowing faintly with an ember-like heart. Every breath it exhaled filled the air with more choking fog. Its voice was many voices, layered and sickly sweet. "We are what you crave. We are your escape. Stay with us and you will never feel pain again." Deagan coughed violently, each breath burning his chest. The demon's tendrils wrapped around him, pumping smoke into his lungs. His vision blurred, his body weakening. "No, I come." Through the haze, faint and distorted, came a sound. Beeping. A hospital monitor. "Fight Deagan." With a roar, he ripped free from the tendrils, coughing out black smoke. The demon shrieked, its form shaking violently. Deagan grabbed a broken bottle from the floor, still glowing faintly, and drove it into the creature's chest where the ember pulsed. The demon screamed, its body unraveling into a storm of smoke. The room collapsed completely, falling away into the void. Deagan fell to his knees, gasping, his lungs raw but clear. The cloaked figure's voice echoed from the darkness, cold and amused. "So you reject even the pleasures that once defined you. Interesting, but there are worse things than pain, Deagan." The floor split beneath him, and the darkness swallowed him again, dragging him to the next trial. The darkness didn't let him fall far this time. It dragged him inward. Deagan hit the ground hard, but the surface wasn't solid. It was soft, almost liquid. It shifted beneath him like quicksand, sucking at his limbs. The more he struggled, the deeper he sank. His breathing became labored, each inhale pulling more of the thick black vapor into his lungs. The smoke coiled around his head, seeping into his nostrils, ears, even his pores. He coughed violently, clawing at his throat, but the vapor was inside him, now alive, writhing like a parasite. A voice slithered through his mind. "You let me in, you always do." He fell onto his back as the demon reformed above him, but this time it didn't have a body. It was pure smoke and ember, twisting, writhing, stretching tendrils into his mouth and nose. He gagged, clawing at his own face as the blackness forced its way inside. The world melted away. He was suddenly in a dreamlike haze, a distorted version of his old apartment, glowing in warm golden light. Bottles lined the counters, pills glittered in neat rows. Music played faintly, soft and hypnotic. He sat on the couch, his wounds were gone, he felt warm, safe. On the table sat a single drink, a single pill. The demon's voice was everywhere, smooth, seductive. "You know this is where you belong. You were never strong enough to stay clean. You were never strong enough for her, for your mother, for yourself." Deagan stared at the drink, his hand twitched. "Just one taste, one moment of peace. Take it and you'll never hurt again." His mother's voice flickered faintly at the edge of his hearing, like static. Don't you dare give in." His chest tightened. He clenched his jaw and shoved the table aside. "No, I'm done letting this control me." The golden light shattered and the apartment burned away, revealing the underworld again. The demon screamed, bursting from his chest like a shadow tearing its way free. The pain was indescribable, white-hot, as if his very soul was being ripped apart. The creature reformed, its smoky body taller, broader, its ember heart burning brighter. Its tendrils lashed at him, wrapping around his throat and arms, lifting him into the air. "You can't get rid of me, Deagan. I am inside you. I am you." Deagan gagged, kicking, his vision dimming. He clawed at the tendrils, but they only tightened. The demon opened its mouth, if it could be called a mouth, wide, jagged smoke teeth swirling. It was going to consume him completely. "Fight, damn it, fight." With a surge of rage, he ripped one arm free, grabbing the tendril around his neck and yanking with all his strength. It burned his skin raw, but he didn't stop. He dragged the creature down with him, slamming it into the ground. The tendrils loosened. He grabbed the glowing chain still wrapped loosely around his waist from the last trial, swung it, and wrapped it around the demon's ember heart. The smoke creature shrieked, thrashing violently. "You're not me," Deagan growled, pulling tighter. "You're what I let control me, but you're not me anymore." The ember pulsed violently, cracking. The demon's body shuddered, smoke ripping apart in violent bursts. With one final scream, it exploded into ash and fire, scattering into the void. The world went silent. Deagan collapsed to his knees, gasping, his hands trembling. But something felt wrong. He looked at his reflection in a pool of black water nearby. His eyes, once bright, were dimmer now, shadow lingering in them. A part of the demon had stayed behind, like a stain he couldn't wash away. The cloaked figure stepped from the darkness, slow and deliberate. You killed it, yes, but did you notice? It left something inside you, addiction always does. Deagan's fists clenched, though his voice cracked. I'll fight it every day if I have to. Oh, you will. The figure gestured, and the ground cracked open, swallowing Deagan into the next abyss. And every fight will take more of you.